How can we figure out if a graph is a function? A method that you could use is what's called the vertical line test. The vertical line test is a method to distinguish functions from relations. If a vertical line intersects the graph more than once, then the relation is not a function. Keeping that in mind, let's look at some examples and figure out if they are functions or not. In this first case, we could use the vertical line test and draw some vertical lines through our blue curve. Every time that we're drawing a vertical line, that is picking a value for x. So perhaps this would be x is 1. So on that input value of 1, what is the output? What value do we get for that? And the value we get is going to be this point right there. Every vertical line is its own input. And at the value of 5 for the input, we get this value of y as the output. So this graph is a function. There is one output for each input. On this second graph, we see a straight line. Every time we draw a vertical line, that is picking a value of x. And if this blue line is crossed only one time, that tells us we have one input and one output. So for example, on x of 0, we are right here, and maybe that's 3 on the y-axis. So you can look, and we see that always these green vertical lines are only intersecting this linear graph one time, so this also is a function. On this third example, if I were to draw a vertical line over here on the left side, we do have this one input and one output. That is the only part of the circle where the vertical line touches. But let's say I draw another vertical line. In this case, for this x input of, let's just say, -2, so in this case, at x of -2, we have this positive y value of whatever number, it doesn't really matter, and we also have this negative y value of some number. When we have this x of -2 and we could have this positive y or this negative y answer, that tells us this is not a function. There is not one output for this one input.